Welcome back into 99.9 The Fan, The Drive with Tim Donnelly. Joining us now here in Charlotte at ACC Kickoff, Malik Rutherford, Georgia Tech redshirt senior wide receiver, coming off a season in which he had the most catches by a Georgia Tech wide receiver since Calvin Johnson. May have heard of him back in 2006. Malik, appreciate you for joining us.
No problem.
My first question, my instinct is to go, where's your boy? You had a nice little 1-2 punch last year with Eric Singleton.
Yeah.
Now he's at Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
How is that to deal with when you guys had that kind of combo and now you're here by yourself?
I mean, of course it's tough, but at the end of the day, college football is a business now. So these guys go out there and make the best decision for themselves and their family. So I'm not mad at them or nothing like that. So I know how things are. So yeah, me and him, we still talk almost every day. So yeah, that's my guy.
College football is a business, right? Yeah. You said it. You go into the portal, come back out of the portal, staying at Georgia Tech. Was that a business decision? What led to the return?
For me personally, I feel like I should have never even tested the water to even go in the portal. I still beat myself up over that because I don't want that on my name. But at the end of the day, it was a decision I made. At the time, I felt like it was the right decision to make. But then end up talking to Coach Key again, and we rekindled things. And I've been committed to Georgia Tech since the end of my sophomore year in high school. So yeah, I was committed for real to this program since I was a young boy. So I was like, I might as well come back and finish what I started. I don't want to go nowhere else and just branch off. And relationships I built here at Georgia Tech also, I didn't want to let go of those. So yeah.
Do you think maybe in modern college football the transfer portal is too easy? It's too quick hearing. Because even someone like yourself, you just mentioned that's like 8 years or something like that. You've been committed to Georgia Tech, and even you still considered it and threw your name in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's to each his own. Everyone, they use the portal for their own reason. So I've never blamed nobody for hopping in the portal because you never know someone's situation. Someone could be in a bad situation that they just don't want to speak on and let it go to the media. And then, down talk these programs like this, and after they, recruited you out of high school and things like that. So, yeah, it's to each his own.
We're talking with Malik Rutherford, Georgia Tech redshirt senior wide receiver. Malik, one of the things that stood out to me, obviously the statistics, right? 62 catches and all those things, but also 170 pounds. Yeah, right? Walking around here, you don't see many guys that size. How are you able to, especially at Georgia Tech, right? You got an offensive line coach as your head coach.
Yeah.
You're about physicality. How do you make it work at kind of your size?
Yeah, I have no option but to be physical. In practice, Coach McKnight, he hones in on us blocking. We got some days with drills. We don't do receiver drills. We do blocking drills. And we have perimeter drill where we literally force the block. So and then first off, I always been a blocker since high school. Even like you can go look at my high school film. I got a couple blocking clips on those, and I was only like 135 pounds at that time. So yeah, and then another thing about blocking, just protecting your teammate at the end of the day. So and then when I get the ball, I want someone to block for me. So that's how I see it.
Now last year, along those lines, lead the conference in rushing.
Yeah.
As a wide receiver, you're looking at Jamal Haynes a little jealous, or like how does that work when obviously I play quarterback, you play wide receiver. We want to throw the ball, we want to sling it up and down, but you're running the ball so effectively.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I'm really a team first guy. I'm not selfish at all. And Jamal, my boy, we actually came in the same recruiting class, 2021. Jamal, me and him was actually competing against each other for the we was competing for the third spot at the slot position. So yeah, and then 2 years ago, Jamal made the transition to running back. He rushed for 1,000 yards his first year at running back. So it was great for him, and I was very happy for Jamal because that's my boy. I hang out with him. Hang out with him almost every day. I still do. So yeah, I was very happy for him. There's no jealousy or nothing, and hate in my heart. How much we run the ball. As long as we winning, I don't really care.
Malik Rutherford, Georgia Tech's redshirt senior wide receiver, connected with us here in Charlotte. Speaking of those early years at Georgia Tech, there was another guy on that offense, Jir Gibbs.
Jir Gibbs.
Was it like? Are you surprised, or even did you see what he's doing to the NFL at that point in time?
Yeah. So my first fall camp with Jir, all I heard was Jir talk. Jir. I'm like, damn, he gotta be this good. So we go in practice. They give him I think it was a stretch play. He did a crazy spin move. I'm like, oh yeah, he gonna be one of the ones. And Yeah, I'm not surprised to see what he's doing right now. Like even when he transferred and went to Bama, I'm like, oh, he gonna for sure go first round now. So I'm like, yeah.
As somebody with some of that scat ability and movement, do you take things from it? What do you try to emulate?
I mean, it's hard to emulate what he's doing. I'm not gonna lie, moving that fast, being able to make cuts like that, spin moves like that at his size, it's just a great thing to see for a back like him. And I'm glad, he at a great organization right now who treating him real well. So yeah.
Go ahead and pull that mic up to your face just a little bit. Want to make sure we're hearing you good. There you go. I want to make sure we're hearing everything from Malik Rutherford of Georgia Tech that we can. I don't know if you saw this, and I don't even know if it would have been passed along to you, but ESPN is reporting your offensive coordinator, Buster Faulkner, agreed to a new 2-year, $1.5 million per season contract, which is the largest assistant contract in Georgia Tech history. I know that, coaches sometimes aren't seen as the coolest people in the room. So now that he's got a little scratch, what's the first thing he should splurge on? What's the big purchase if he wants to up his swag?
I don't know what kind of car Coach Buster drive. That's the crazy thing. So I'll probably say get him a new whip.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say get him a new whip. But probably with Coach Buster, he probably he a family guy. He not really gonna do nothing too crazy with the money.
$1.5 million per. That's good for an assistant coach.
Yeah, that's real good.
And probably for the program a little bit of stability.
Yeah.
Last question. Speaking of stability and kind of the guys you rally behind.
Yeah.
We saw him walking around here earlier today. What is it about Haynes King that seems to everybody just wants to follow him? Like when we're even watching the games on TV, it seems like he's the guy that offense kind of gravitates towards.
Yeah, he's such a great leader. Haynes is a big part of us turning the Georgia Tech program around. So I feel like everybody hones in on him and just follow his lead because he never tells us wrong. And we know Haynes gonna go out there and give his 110 every single game, every single practice. So if guys not following Haynes, who you following? I feel like. It's just like Haynes want to win, and I want to win, so why not follow him? He's a starting quarterback, and he's a great leader,
And it helps a little bit that he throws it to you so often. Right?
I make things a little easier for him. So yeah.
Malik, we appreciate you for joining us. Good luck this season.